Let's be honest, most about pages are downright cringe. They either read like stiff corporate press releases, come off as way too try hard, or simply just feel out of touch with the times. And that's a huge missed opportunity because the About page is one of the first pages visitors on your website are going to view to see if they can actually trust you. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 real-life client examples of About pages I have designed and developed. And with these examples, you'll be able to avoid the most common mistakes companies make on their About page while having a clear roadmap for designing an authentic About page that connects with your prospective clients and builds trust. Let's get into it. The first example we're going to be taking a look at today is going to be for a boutique architecture studio. This is one of the main niches I work with. And here you can see right away we've got an interactive hero section with the video background. In this case, the client had invested in professional videography, and we took one of those videos and cut it up in the parts that actually highlighted the team. So right away, we're building a personal connection. Then scrolling on down, we have a clear About Us section, as you can see here. And we were talking about the unique separating features of this particular client. Then we get right into highlighting the core values of the organization. So here you can see what the values are. And then to the right-hand side, we have some more context to that. Then this is where we really start to build upon that personal connection. So here we have the Meet Our Team section. Again, great photography. They have all the names here as well as links to their LinkedIn, email, direct phone number. And then also you can see here that when you click into one of the bios, there are a full featured bio page as well. This is all connected via the Webflow CMS. So if the clients ever wanted to go in and edit these bios or add and remove team members, very easy for them to do so in a non-technical manner. Then scrolling on down, we highlight the firm by the numbers. This is very important because when it comes to websites, people will skim them. They're not going to read every single section. So this is just giving people a high level overview of how successful the firm has been to this point. And then we also have a history section because this firm is over 50 years old at this point. And you can see here we have the major milestones in this slider type design, which I think is very good, adds a nice interactive feel to the website. So this is a very minimalist, modern example, and it's very straight to the point. So it's not overly complex. This is the starting point I'd probably recommend for essentially all About pages. Next example here is going to be for a mountain guiding company here in Colorado. They provide guided mountain climbing experiences across rock climbing, ice climbing, and alpine climbing. So you can see here right away we have a high value proposition headline, so dedicated to experience and education. That was one of the central communication messages this client wanted to lean into. And then you can see we have a very happy customer here climbing somewhere in the Boulder Front Range. Now scrolling on down, you can see we get right into the mission as well. So we're clearly highlighting what that is. And then we're also talking about some of the key features here and values that the organization upholds and looks to encounter with every climb. Now, this company is owned by the lead guide climber here. His name is Max. And so we wanted to highlight here his background. So now we have an owner spotlight you could think of section. So here's his brief bio. Here's him out there guiding in the field. And then we have the professional credentials. This is very important in this industry where safety is obviously a paramount concern. So we really want to highlight that this is not just some random rock climbing guide service, but this is a professional certified guiding service. Then we have some photos as well. So this was a very high-end design website. So that's why in this case, we have the nice photography to break things up here. And then we have more details on basically all the different ways that they can help you with guiding. Going on down, we have some of the unique selling points of working with this organization, Alpine to the Max. That would be the personalized guiding services, dedicated to actually providing them education so they can have better climbs in the future and come away with technical knowledge, not just a fun experience. The fact that they guided many venues, all the top ones across the Front Range corridor of Colorado, and then that they are professionally certified, which, like I said, is huge. Then we have testimonials here, and you can see this is a very colorful, bold website to highlight the high nature of the services provided. And then we have a CTA again featuring the owner because, again, we wanted to have a very personal connection, and this is going to be huge on the About page. So you can see here we're highlighting all the key factors, really focusing in on the main guide, the owner of the company. So if you're a solopreneur or a small business, you probably will want to have a similar design feature as opposed to the last example where it's a more full-fledged company/firm. And then, of course, the main things are always going to be you want to have the values front and center, and then you're going to want to have a clear value proposition at the top as well. Last example we're going to look at now is going to be for Patterson Engineering. They are a structural engineering firm in San Diego and Austin, Texas. So again, we have a value proposition headline here, design services with a human approach. That's immediately going to pique people's interests. Then we have some body text to substantiate that. And then we have excellent photography as well. This is why I always tell my clients to invest in high quality photography, because whether it's the About page or the rest of the website, it makes a huge difference. So again, we have fast facts here just because of the fact that people skim websites, attention spans are at an all-time low. I don't need to tell you that. And so that is why we have just some bullet points on this, as well as the fact that this is social proof. So obviously the fact that they've been in business for 19 years, they have 2 office locations, and they've completed over 2,000 projects, that spells out how legit they are. Then we have a brief about us section here, just substantiating that. Then we get into the values, and in this case, we did this sticky design section just to draw more attention to that. And then we get into the culture benefits. So this website, and I've done full case studies on all of these websites, I'll link them below. But this website, one of the main goals was for the company to be able to use it as a recruiting tool for top talent in both office locations. So that's why we have this Our Culture section here, highlighting the fact that people are going to have a lot of benefits working for this firm. And then we have some photography here as well. Then we have a team section, as you can see here. Again, it connects to the Webflow CMS. Very easy for the client to update this if they wanted to. And then you can see if we highlight over any of the cards, number 1, I added this cool effect where the profile photo goes into color, but then also every single bio is in this modal pop-up so they can learn more about each team member. So that's very cool. And then at the end of here, we have, like I said, the main goal here was to highlight the careers. So that's what that's driving to. But then also we have this cool interactive slideshow photo section where we're not only highlighting the project photography and all the award-winning projects that this firm has been involved with, but also a lot of team and culture photos as well. So people see visually that not only are they going to have the opportunity to do great work in this firm, but also they're going to have an opportunity to have fun and connect with their fellow coworkers and ultimately just be a part of a very solid culture. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that's the video. I hope you got a lot of value out of it and that you now have a clear roadmap for designing and developing a compelling About page. Now, if you're watching this video, it's likely that not only does your About page need some work, but probably your entire website. And if that sounds like you, I would love to invite you to schedule a complimentary one-to-one strategy call with myself. This is not going to be a sales pitch. Rather, I will take the time to learn more about your company's marketing and sales goals, its industry, the competitive landscape, and based on everything you tell me, I will help you map out a branding, web design and development roadmap, and ongoing marketing strategy. Because the website is just the foundation of your entire marketing system. From there, you actually need a plan in order to grow your awareness online, get traffic, and ultimately convert those leads. So link in the description, check it out. It's a 5-minute interactive video form. And if you're qualified, you'll be able to schedule a time directly on my calendar. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.